Hey guys, what's up? My name's Ines. I write kissing books, and today I am having a bit of a breakdown because obstacles keep getting in my way. But it's always the same four problems that keep cropping up all the time. Want to know what they are? Let's break it down. In any story, you have a hero with a GMC. That stands for goal, motivation, and conflict. The hero wants something for some reason, and because they want it, they go after it. You, as their creator, have to throw obstacles in their way. Now, I've talked about the try fail cycle before in other episodes. And remember, that's obstacle, growth, setback, regroup, rinse, repeat. Obstacle, growth, setback, regroup, rinse, repeat again. And you keep rinsing and you keep repeating until you hit the confrontation, which is that final obstacle. In a romance novel, that's the dark moment. In a thriller, that could be the hero at the mercy of the villain speech. But what are you going to do with the hero while they are going through Act Two, that muddled middle that we sometimes call it, as they're journeying on their way to that final confrontation? What other problems can you throw in their way? And I'm happy to tell you that there's only really four types of problems, four types of obstacles that your hero can face. There's only four physical and or internal complications that can force the hero or the heroine to make decisions that produce the dramatic action that your readers are looking for. To illustrate these four obstacles, let's go to Disneyland. You have four parts. You have the hero or heroine, what they want, what they need, and then the obstacle that you're going to toss in their way. So, for example, you have the antagonist, the bad guy, but they're not necessarily bad. A specific antagonist lends clarity, lends power to the dramatic structure because their primary function is to oppose your hero or your heroine. They don't necessarily have to be bad or evil, but they should personify the protagonist's obstacles. For example, in Disney's Cinderella, the wicked stepmother does everything in her power to oppose Cinderella's happiness. She withholds her own affection, which is what Cinderella wants, and then she obstructs every single chance as Cinderella tries to grab for true love. In the Cinderella adaptation, Ever After, Danielle, our heroine, works tirelessly to gain acceptance, which is what she wants, from her stepmother, the antagonist, until Danielle realizes that her family of friends, including the prince, that they all love her unconditionally, which is what she needed. The second type of obstacle is physical obstructions. Physical obstructions are pretty much just what they seem, material barriers that are standing in the way of your protagonist. These can be rivers, they can be deserts, they can be mountains, they can be a dead end street or a car crash. Anything that presents a substantial physical obstacle for the protagonist to get towards their goal. In Disney's The Little Mermaid, Ariel's fins prohibit her from walking on land to meet her true love. She wants to be a part of the human world. I wasn't going to sing. And she gives up those fins only to find a new obstruction in the way of her goal when she loses her vocal cords. Now, in the Little Mermaid adaptation, Splash, y'all know I'm Gen X, so yes, I went there. Madison, our heroine, leaves the sea to be with Alan, her want. But when her legs get wet and her fins come back, her obstacle, she's forced to tell Alan the truth of her existence in the hope that he'll come back and spend forever with her under the sea, which is what she needs. The third type of obstacle is inner problems or psychological problems. Inner obstacles, they can be intellectual, they can be emotional, they can be psychological problems that the protagonist has to overcome before they can achieve their goal. For example, things like dealing with fear or pride or jealousy or the need to mature all fall under the inner or psychological obstacle. In the movie Shrek, though we see Fiona's greensome appearance, it's thrust upon her by magic, and she stands in her own way to solving this problem and gaining true love because outward appearances matter more to her than what's on the inside. And we see her bumbling around on the obstacle course of inner beauty until she can finally see that she and her heroic ogre are perfect just the way they are. So Shrek is an adaptation of fairy tale, so we're going to stick with Shrek. So in this unconventional fairy tale, Princess Fiona, who is our heroine, hopes to be rescued by a knight in shining armor. That's her want. The purpose of that knight is to break her curse, which is the obstacle, until she realizes that true love is colorblind, which is what she truly needs. And in the fourth and final obstacle, we have mystic forces. Now, mystic forces, they enter the story as accidents or as chance, but they can be expressed as moral choices like ethical codes, which also can present obstacles. They can be personified as gods or supernatural forces that the character is going to have to contend with. In The Princess and the Frog, magic alters Tiana's life. As she struggles to hop free of its hold, she's going to face the possibility of having to let go of the love she's found in an effort for her dreams to come true. So, in Disney's jazzy adaptation of The Princess and the Frog, Tiana, who is our heroine, aims to fulfill her father's dream of opening up a restaurant, but she's turned into a frog. That's a pretty big obstacle. And she's only rescued by love, which is what she needs of the Frog Prince. You can mix and match these four types of obstacles in your try fail cycles to help your hero or heroine gain skills, gather allies, and learn the lessons that they need to prepare them for that final confrontation that's on the horizon. In fact, what I like to do is I like to take those four obstacles, and then beneath each type of obstacle, I'll make a list of 5 or more so that I have a list to choose from as I'm in the act 2 of my book, trying to make my way through act 2 as I'm going through the different pacing points. Do you want a more in-depth exploration of pacing? Try out my course, Page Turner Pacing, How to Write a Binge-Worthy Novel in 21 Days at ineswrites.com/PTP for Page Turner Pacing. In the meantime, you guys go and get them words, and I'll try to keep it together until the next time that we break it down. I'll see you then. Bye.